Still all nice and shiny, tucked away from everything. Thanks, I just thought I'd do an update because obviously I've not been on YouTube much recently. A lot of things have happened. So the car was pushed to the side. I haven't really touched it properly in a long time. I'm actually going to start doing stuff on it. I'm also going to actually show, as you can see, I own a couple of motorbikes. So I'm actually going to start doing some bike stuff on the channel because people that I know have got cars and bikes. There's people I know that have just got bikes. So I'm just going to do whatever I want on this channel. It's not just going to be the Layon. The Layon's going to be on it a lot, as you can see from all the other episodes. I've currently got 2 bandits. I'm probably going to sell one, might replace it with maybe another one or something completely different. But just as like with the cars, I like modifying bikes and cars, anything that's got an engine really. And these are just the same. Like, I've done a lot of stuff to both of these. So I just thought I'd recap a bit on what's happened. As you can see, if you've seen last episodes, I used to have a garage. We're not in a garage. We are in a shed now. Same toolbox I had before. We've actually got a TV in the corner. Need to sort this out. As I've said before, I've moved house. This is a completely different house in a completely different location. The house is similar size. We've got a bigger back garden, which I'll show you a tiny bit of, but to be honest, it's like a building site because I'm busy doing things. And we've got a big drive this time, that's all tarmac. We've got room on the side of the house to build virtually a double garage, which you'll see the Layon's parked on the drive currently, and we may well do it as a double story extension to have more space in the house, but the garage downstairs. And like I said, with like the garden and the house and stuff, that's what I've actually also been spending some of my time on around work and doing bits on my motorbikes. Like I said, I actually bought this second one during the stopping on the car. So I've actually spent a lot of time doing lots of other things. I've still got lots of other things to do. So I don't know how often I will be uploading. I'll just upload when I can. And when I'm able to. I've just come back from holiday. I was in Mexico, which was amazing, but again, I was away for a couple of weeks, so I'm not going to film anything or upload anything in that time. I film everything, I do all the work myself, I pay for everything myself, I edit the videos and upload them myself, so it's all just me doing it, which makes everything take longer, and it can only be done when I've got available funds and time to do things. And like I said, I'm a lot shorter for time than I even was beforehand, and as time goes on I'll just have even less time. I will however show you around the Layon, because to be honest I forgot where I've got up to. I need to remember and jog my memory of where we've got up to. We've got a big whiteboard now, and I actually went out and bought some pens the other day, so we're going to write down all the stuff we've got left to do on the car so we can actually see things progressing. So you've got any questions about anything, any advice, any thoughts on what you like doing in the channel, anything like that, just comment below. We've also now got, I've had logo stickers beforehand, there's some more stickers now, which I'll actually show you as I've been really bad in showing you in the past. We'll just fast forward this bit, you don't want to see me unpicking stickers. Clear sticker, white sticker, background, and we've still got a couple of the original logo ones left over from the second batch. These are all for sale. The stickers are £2 for white background, so that's the logo one or the new one, which is the Make 1.8 Turbo Great Again, and a picture of 1.8 Turbo on it, and £2.50 for the clear ones, because the clear ones are actually more expensive to get made. If you're interested, let me know. I've already put it beforehand in my Instagram story, so some people have actually posted a load of the new ones off yesterday. I'll show you around the Cooper Art where we've got up to, and I'll show you around, I might as well show you around the bike as well. So this is my bike. We're going to ignore the one over in the corner because I might be getting rid of it. So this is a Mark II 1200 Bandit. So it's a 1.2 litre 1200cc bike. It's oil cooled. There's no water in it. It's literally just got an oil cooler on it, and that's factory. I've done quite a few bits of this. This was actually a faired bike beforehand, but the Mark IIs, I think the fairing looks really ugly on. It looks horrendous, really, the Mark IIs. The fairings on them make them look like utter crap. I've done quite a lot to it, as you would expect. I've got a custom seat on it. It's got exhaust, brand type exhaust on it. That's just a Lextech can for the moment because it already came with some aftermarket headers on it. I'm going to change them out at some point. I'd like to get a proper full Avapovic or Yoshi system on it. Like I said, I've just had new tyres put on the rear and on the front as well because the tyres were a death trap. I've got, as you can see, bright blue in there. I've got a Nitron shock that's adjustable. It's got a brace swing arm. So there's a stock aluminium 1200 swing arm that's had additional bracing put on it to reduce the flex on them. You've got standard, you know, wavy disc and bits like that. People, especially that don't know much about bikes, especially if I'm parked up somewhere, all of them ask about and love the window clutch cover, especially when it's running, because obviously the clutch basket's spin inside. You can see the oil bin flung up. The side cover's actually off because these carbs are coming out the bike. They're pissing fuel all over the floor, literally. So I've got some new seals that I'm going to put in, and I'll film me doing that. Standard, everyone puts on every bike, Renthal bars. There's actually lots of Renthal bars to choose from. I spent a bit of time choosing exactly which set of bars I wanted, and then took the brace off of them because I don't like the brace because it's not a motocross bike. This is actually just a quad lock for my phone, because my phone actually clicks in so I can use it as a sat nav. Again, Renthal grips. Got some nice fancy Moto Gadget indicators actually, because they're the bar end indicators, and they're quite expensive, but they are really good. They're really bright. It actually directs the light dead forwards as well as backwards because it's got little lenses as well as the whole end up lighting up, so it's very bright. So yeah, stock clocks, but I've got the surround and the bracket and the top yoke off the naked version because you need to, otherwise you can't fit into this bike without making up some horrible brackets, so it's better to use OEM ones. I've got my aftermarket LED headlight. It's actually really bright with some nice billet brackets on it. Braided lines on the back and of course on the front as well. Just put some good pads in it really. They're just sintered pads front and rear because they do make a big difference, and this is actually quite a heavy bike to stop, so you want the best brakes really as you can. Obviously you can change them and get even better, but it will do for the moment. Forks, because the forks were actually leaking on them, unfortunately, leaking up the seals, even though they had been done by last owner, had paid to have them done. And upon taking them out, it was found that it had incorrect bushes and shims inside, which wouldn't have helped with things. So I actually got a set of K-Tech springs put in as well. What was I saying? So it's actually got some K-Tech front springs in it, which make it massively better because the Bandits, the front suspension is so soft on them. And this bike is a 2004 or 5. So if you think how old the suspension's actually got on it, it's not a surprise that it was pretty bad because it'll be even softer. This is the side that's got the covers on, so you can see what the covers actually look like. Again, I've had this bike for a bit. There was a couple of bits I wanted to do on it, and then some bits I had to do because of how bad it was. I actually fitted a braided clutch line on it because I had to take it all the stuff off, so I might as well replace it with a braided clutch line at the same time. I know the engine needs painting. It needs to have a load of bits done to it. Fit the new chain, JT sprockets, because they are really good and they just last, front and rear. that's it really. There's loads of other little bits that I've done to it, and lots of bits I will do to it, because it's what I like doing. So I'm going to go to Layon now and show you around the Layon for people that are new to the channel, so want to see what I've got and how far I've got, because to be honest, I don't remember how far we are with things. So we're just going to go have a look through it and then have a chat and figure out where we are and what we need to do and what we need to put on this whiteboard. So this is how I left it. People don't know, 1.8 turbo engine. It's now 2 litres, 2 litre stroker, involves TFSI crank, 83mm pistons, and forged rods to suit it. As you can see, it's been sat for a while. Everything's fine. Things that needed blocking up, I blocked up. Turbo's still all protected, which is my own development. Turbo, the feed is all still blocked up nicely. Turbo, is in here. See, all tucked away, still all nice and shiny, tucked away from everything. So we know that's all good. You can see my tail wastegate, the manifold that I heat wrapped. I did a lot of work on this. If you go look back at some previous videos, you'll actually be able to see exactly what's going on. So the wastegate is plumbed for coolant. That's all done. It's got its return and its feed. So the wastegate's done. It hasn't got its air plumbed in, so you do the air. However, we've got the MAC valve sat there ready to be used. Valve needs wiring in, so I need to do that. Intercooler piping, I need to redo it because I went and changed how the intercooler's mounted. Got a big 3.5 inch downpipe that it does, it's very tight but it does clear everything. Manifold that Eddie made the downpipe for me and the full system on it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to write myself a big list of things we need to do. Oil feed, there's no oil feed to turbo, but I know I did the drain. That's the factory all pressure switch. I was going to, oh no that's not, no sorry, that's the factory all pressure switch. This is a aftermarket pressure switch that I've added in because I'm going to wire that into my aftermarket ECU so we can view actual live all pressure. Yeah, we need to look through our parts that we've got and see what we're missing and what bits we need to do. So off the top of my head, thinking what stuff needs, thinking what the car needs. ECU, obviously I've got, I need to fit that. And then the wiring to go with it, I need to redo the cool part harness because it's been cut. And there's all pressure and fuel pressure sensor we want to add on. Joe's name's there because he's going to help me with the mapping. Boost pipes need changing. Fuel pressures sensor was going to put in the rail. I think for the moment we're just going to get the rail on. It's a stock one, we can always change that. Fuel pump wiring, we're going to uprate the wiring. But for the moment, just for the first start and getting things going, we'll just keep it stock. Battery in the boot, wiring, got the wire. Probably nearby a battery and a mount for it in the boot. Oil feed, I've just made the oil feed. The oil feed I'll grab and I'll show you. This is the oil feed pipe that I made earlier. It is PTFE stainless, which is this stuff here from Adcoat Motorsport. It's then I've heat sleeved it. This is like a fiberglass silicone heat sleeve, and I've got two 120-degree swivel fittings on, all black. This is, I can actually show you the routing it will go. It's basically going to go from the front of the engine, underneath some coolant pipes, round over the top of the rocker and in. Right, we need to make water return. That's the next thing to do. Got the wastegate, MAC pipes and wiring. Yes, we need to plumb in the vacuum pipes for the MAC valve to wastegate. Coolant pipes, there's more coolant pipes to do. Not many, just the two main big ones. Tune, yeah, that's with Joe. Bodywork, there's more stuff to do, but we're going to just try get it running for the moment, even just stationary, not even driving it. Bulk check again, we'll do it before we drive it. Same with the Geo and the drop links. Don't think I've got the drop links on at all. Dyno, that's at the very end. So that's an idea of how far off we've got. But there's things like there's no alternator on it, there's no like chassis wiring, the interior stripped out. We need a steering pump, power steering pump on it, and you fit all the power steering lines and the res. Need to make up a catch can. I'm probably going to be buying a new one. I don't know if I've still got my old one. If I've still got my old one, I've got AN lines down here. We'll just use something to begin with. Same with the fuel lines. I was going to make up some new fuel lines in the bay, but for the moment I'm probably just going to chuck these on so that we've got them. Same with the stock rail, just chuck the stock rail on so we can just get this first start and run, and then we can add stuff and make things better as we go. Main aim, we just need to get this engine running now and then driving, and then I'll start updating and tweaking things as we go is probably the easiest.